The way you spend your money is one of the most powerful tools you have to shape your life. In this video, I'm going to tell you how a young gentleman should spend his money, or more specifically, how not to spend it. These 6 things are all purchases that the majority of men make at some point in their life, but they have a negative impact, varying from a minor impact to a potentially life-changing one. So you can overtake the masses and continue on your journey to become a man of refined elegance by avoiding these 6 things and putting your energy elsewhere. So let's start off with the first thing a gentleman never spends his money on. A gentleman should enjoy an active dating life, a healthy relationship, or fulfilling marriage. But there are now over 190 million users of OnlyFans, many of whom are actually married. Now, unlike other YouTubers in the male space, I'm not particularly anti-porn, but subscribing to OnlyFans or any other kind of paid adult content is putting your time and energy in completely the wrong direction. You're investing in something that offers no returns, no fulfillment. In fact, most of these accounts are run by men, so if you pay to message a girl, chances are you're talking to either a guy or a bot. The money that you spend on these sites is money that you could use to go on dates with women in real life, to buy your girlfriend or wife a gift, or to spend on yourself, improving yourself so that you're a more attractive candidate in the dating pool. So I don't think I'm being overly puritanical when I say that OnlyFans is no way for a young gentleman to spend his money. Another way young men waste their money is on clothes with designer logos. Clothes with designer logos are always a poor investment. You're paying a significant markup for that logo, and you could always get a better deal with better fabric if you paid the same price for something with no logo. A gentleman focuses on the quality and style of his pieces and does not attach himself to other people's brands. Not only is designer clothing often a waste of money, but adorning yourself with these logos is a very shallow attempt to seek validation from others, which a gentleman never feels the need to do. So even if you're making the kind of money where you can afford to buy these logos, it just comes across as try-hard and cringeworthy to others. Say what you want about the old money trend, but I think we can all get behind the movement away from tacky designs and oversized logos. If you want to know what a gentleman should buy instead, check out my video on 8 classic style essentials. This will help you build the foundation of a young gentleman's wardrobe without the need for designer pieces and accessories. The next thing a gentleman never spends his money on: drugs. A gentleman gets his drugs for free. No, I'm joking. I'm not going to get into the whole health and ethical effects of doing drugs. That's a different video for a totally different type of channel. And I trust that you are mature enough to make your own choices. But remember this, drugs can make you lose control of your actions. And a gentleman never lets this happen, not with alcohol either. Being under the influence of drugs is one of the most guaranteed ways to end up doing something that is beneath you and making a bad decision. So buying drugs is a ticket to degrading yourself and becoming low status, especially because of the people that you will likely end up associating with if you become involved with drugs. So just like with the OnlyFans, I'm not against having fun, and I actually lead more of a hedonistic lifestyle than many other YouTubers do in this space. But if you're buying drugs all the time, that's not the gentleman lifestyle, and I highly encourage you to stay away from that. Now I want you to imagine a well-dressed, well-groomed man with incredible manners and confidence. Where does he go out to eat? Are you picturing him at McDonald's? I thought not. Although I can't say I never eat fast food once in a while, making it a regular habit is far from the hallmark of a gentleman. The health downsides are obvious, but so is the smell of fast food and the environments in which it is eaten. The restaurants are unappealing, and there's nothing sophisticated about eating in your car, even if it's an Aston Martin. When it comes to the food in your home, it's easy to avoid keeping junk around. It's important to have a healthy diet and create a healthy appearance, so you can look your best in all of the elegant clothes that you will wear as a gentleman. And personally, I don't like to spend money at mediocre chain restaurants. Dining at these places is not much of an experience, and the food is worse than what I could cook myself. And although they're affordable, it still adds up. So I would rather go out for fewer, high-quality meals at restaurants where both the food and the ambiance will be an experience. Fewer activities are the opposite of gentlemanly, like playing video games. A young gentleman should have productive hobbies, intelligent and artistic pursuits. There are so many better ways to invest your time and money than completing online challenges and virtual tasks. Needless to say, these games are highly addicting and can lead you further into the online virtual world where you'll miss out on your social life, dating, and family experiences. My upbringing was quite strict in some ways, and my parents did not allow me to play any of the popular video games at the time, like Halo, Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, and now I am so incredibly grateful that I never picked up this habit. Although the time-wasting side of gaming is obvious, I was recently shocked to discover how expensive it can be. Turns out the average household expenditure on video gaming is $431 a year, and that average includes households where nobody even plays games. There are so many gentlemanly hobbies that you can have, and almost every hobby requires an investment of both your time and money, so you have to choose wisely. If you want my suggestions, check out my video on 5 hobbies that will be great ways to meet women organically. My final point refers to a whole category and mindset around purchasing, which I think is a big mistake many men are making. You see, a gentleman does not feel the need to live beyond his means to try and impress others. He makes do with what he has in the most elegant manner possible. And while women generally get the reputation for having expensive shopping splurges on clothing and jewelry, men are also guilty of this, just in different ways. In the United States, the average monthly payment on a new car is $738. And as you know, the average car is far from impressive looking. So if you're a young man, I would recommend looking for something like a used Mercedes. Get something that's about 10 years old, it won't break the bank either to buy or to repair, and you'll have a more classy and elegant car than all of your friends. Just don't do what I did and buy a really, really old Jaguar unless you love waiting for the tow truck to come. Another way that men like to show off is with their watches. If you're fairly new to the style community, you might be under the impression that you need a Rolex or an Omega to become a gentleman. Now, if you can afford one of those watches, that's absolutely great, and I encourage you to reward yourself with a timepiece that you love. But don't spend all of your savings or take on expensive monthly payments to do so. You can get a high quality, affordable timepiece from a brand like Seiko or Orient instead. Or do what I do and wear a family heirloom watch. Gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed my first ever video on money and how not to spend it. I want to hear from you in the comments. Would you like to see another video like this? Perhaps the best investments that a young man can make. I'm currently expanding the scope of this channel beyond just style. I want it to be a resource for all things to any man who aspires to become a gentleman. Until my next one, I highly encourage you to check out this video I made about becoming the main character in your own life. In this video, I explain why romanticizing your life and treating it as an art form is so useful in achieving your goals and becoming the man you want to be. So until the next one, thank you very much for watching.